welcome to the Natural Wellness Tips YouTube channel. This is your host, Dr. Jennifer Shaw. I'm excited to be here with you today. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, click the bell so you get notified each Tuesday when I drop a new video. And if you like this video, give it a like, maybe comment below, let me know what you'd like to see more of, what you want me to share on this YouTube channel. I'm happy to help you with certain yoga poses or yoga flows. Just let me know what you're looking for. But today we're going to dive into forearm stand or Pincha Mayurasana. So forearm stand is a challenging inversion. We're going to go over some different workouts and things that we can do to work up to it. So even if forearm stand seems really far outside of your availability right now, we'll give you some things that you could work on. But basically, forearm stand is when you have your forearms down parallel to one another. So here's your full forearm stand. And you can see from here, I have tight shoulders and tight hips, so it's always a battle for me to get the perfect stack. But once you get it, it feels pretty easy. But you need some opening in your shoulders, you need some opening in your hips. So we're gonna work on that. We're gonna also work on some of the shoulder strength. So a little less than a yoga flow, more of some things that you can do to build up for your forearm stand, a little bit of a workout for forearm stand. So we're just gonna start in table. We'll bring our hands under our shoulders, our knees under our hips, toes are tucked, navel's engaged, tailbone's gently tucked, lift up between the space between your shoulder blades. And then from here, you're gonna drop your chest between your shoulder blades and then lift it. We're engaging our serratus anterior here, really starting to get some work through our shoulder muscles, pushing through the pointer finger and thumb, really getting some engagement there. We'll breathe through that just a few more times. Next time you get lifted, go ahead and drop down to your forearms. Arms are parallel to one another. Again, you're trying to bring the engagement into the pointer fingers and thumbs. It's a little difficult when you're down your forearms, depending on your flexibility. It's a little harder than when you're on your hands, but same thing. Drop your chest and lift. So moving through those muscles, feeling the difference in the engagement there. This is really important in the lift that we want in our shoulder stand, our forearm stand. So we keep breathing here. Few more. Good. And then from here, let's step it back to a plank. If you need to come to your knees, that's absolutely okay. If you can lift, awesome. So your gaze is about between your thumbs, and we don't want to be bowing here. We want to be tucked under in our tailbone, navel engaged. We're going to shift forward and back. And then come back. We're going to draw little circles. Switch directions. Your shoulders should be burning. Good. And then from here, drop your knees. Keep your toes tucked. We're going to walk our arms out in front into a puppy pose. Your forehead comes down to the mat. If your forehead cannot make the mat, you just take a block and put it under your forehead. So common mistakes here is just this wanting to drop. I want you to stay lifted and active in your arms. I want you to try to create a larger amount of space between your fingertips and your hip bones. So moving your hips back a little bit, but keeping them stacked. So it's just like an energetically moving them back. Roll the eyes of your elbows, the bend of your elbows up towards the ceiling, and breathe here. Good. We're going to go ahead and come back to a plank. And then from here, on an inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down dog. We're just going to do that 3 times, just a little warm up. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Last time, inhale, shift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Good. From here, shift back to your plank. And we're going to drop down to our forearms again. So from here, you can do that as an actual drill for this, just warm up. So we can do some walking push-ups, Switching sides. That's a great exercise here to really get the shoulder stability there. Trying to rock the hips as little as possible, right? So next time we come down, we're going to walk into dolphin pose. So we walk our feet in towards our hands. We're pushing through our pointer fingers and our thumbs. Our gaze is between our big toes or our knees, and we're pressing our chest back. So we're really trying to get that opening in the shoulders, really engaging through those muscles we were working in that tabletop. So getting that lift. Breathe here for 3, 2, 1. Let's lower. If it were me, I'd probably do 3 to 5 of those where you're breathing for anywhere from 5 to 10 breaths. And then you'll get stronger and more stable in there. We'll come back and do some other exercises there, but I want to move the shoulders and the hips just a little bit. Okay, so coming back to a down dog, we'll inhale the right leg high to the sky, and then exhale, let's step that right foot between our hands. First, dropping our knees, you can tuck or untuck the back foot, that's up to you. Tailbone is tucked under, hands come up overhead. From here, lift long through the arm, begin to shift a little bit forward. You should feel a stretch in the left hip. Breathing here. Good, last inhale. Exhale, hands come down, frame that front foot, tuck the toes. Inhale, let's make our way all the way up to crescent. So we should feel that nice stretch here again. Big inhale here. Exhale, bend the arms, bend the knee. Should feel that stretch intensify. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Tailbones tucked. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, let's open up to warrior 2. So your hips are level with one another. Deep bend in your front knee. Arms reach long. You're going to bend through your left arm. Grab your left elbow and reach up and back, getting a nice side body stretch and a slap stretch. Breathing here. Exhale, release. Then inhale, reverse without that arm bind. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Inhale, step it back, flow through your vinyasa. Always option to do ekapada with the leg lifted. And let's do that same thing on the other side. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it through, drop your back knee, hands to your hips, tailbone tucks under, shifting forward. And your arms come up overhead. Maybe bending a little further into that left knee, breathing here. Last inhale. Exhale, hands down to the mat, tuck the toes. Inhale, up, full crescent. Exhale, bend the back knee, cactus the arms, lift the chest. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lengthen. Last time, exhale, bend. Inhale, lengthen. Warrior 2. This time your left leg's bent, hips are level, deep bend, arms long. Bend through the left arm, grab that elbow with the hand, reach up and back. We breathe here. Big inhale. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Inhale, step back. We flow through our vinyasa with the exhale. Good. From here, let's come on down. If you have a yoga strap, great. If you don't, you can use a robe, string or something like that. But let's just thread the shoulders just a little bit. It's nice to have really open shoulders when we do this. So about 45 degrees, trying to keep the arms gently straight without like locking the elbows. And just kind of moving through, feeling a stretch in the chest, the pecs, maybe even the biceps. Just breathing here. We'll just do this a few times. Good, awesome. Let's go ahead and take the strap and put it over our right shoulder. We're going to take another shoulder stretch here. before we dive into forearm stand. So from here, take your left arm out to the side. You're going to lift up overhead. You're going to turn your left hand so it's facing the back of the room, turn it in that way, and then come down and pat yourself in the middle of the back. Your right arm comes out. You're turning your palm all the way around so your thumb's facing the back, and then you're going to bring that hand all the way back. So let me show you what my back looks like. So my hands can touch, right? So I can gently grab opposite hands. Now if your hands can't touch, you have this strap right here. And what you're going to do is you're going to pull that strap away from each other, and you're gently lifting that left elbow away from your head. So the tendency here that people have is they kind of push the arm forward to get the stretch, and then their heads push forward. So you want to stay nice and tall and almost get a little lift and pull so you get that nice stretch through the shoulders. If this feels good and you want to take it a little further, you can lean just a little bit to the right. Maybe look under the left shoulder. Come back to center. Slowly release the right and the left arm. Roll the shoulders out. We'll take the other side. So if you're using the strap, you're just going to bring that over to the left side. Right arm first. From here, you're going to come all the way up overhead and turn the hand in and towards the back. Pat yourself on the back. Then the left hand comes out. Turn the thumb all the way down towards the ground and bring that to meet. You can use the strap or grab hands. Navel in, elbows lifted. Really try to keep that space between the elbow and the back of the head. If you have a little more space than you want, you can bend over to the left. Gaze comes under your left elbow. And then we release back down slowly. Roll the shoulders. Okay, so we're going to go back into dolphin. I'm going to show you a couple of my favorite tricks to support you when you're first starting forearm stand. And one of them is using a strap. And you take it, so if you put it around right above your elbows, your hands are shoulder width apart. So when we come into forearm stand, that can really help support you, because tendency in the beginning is that the elbows want to splay out. So what I mean by that is your elbows want to go this way because your shoulders are tight and they're having trouble opening to that position. So from here, you're coming to this position, right? That's a great first trick if you have a strap that you can use. You can also take a block and put it between your pointer finger and your thumbs. It gives you something to kind of grip on. So you can take that block and you can put that down on the ground. You can use the block and or the strap. It's up to you. So from here, I'm not going to use the strap, but I'm going to place it to the side. So if you like the strap, you can keep the strap on. But we're going to come back to dolphin pose. So we're going to walk the feet in, gaze between the big toes or the knees. Elbows are into the floor, pointer finger and thumb are engaged. Block can be between the hands if you like. We're just going to lift the right leg. And from here, we're going to breathe. You can come up on your left toe and feel that stack. I want you to breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, lift through the shoulders, 1, come back down to your knees. Let your forehead come to the mat. Let your arms come down by your sides. Embryo pose. Just let your body relax for a moment. Deep breaths. Good. And then when we come back up, we're going to do the other side. So getting yourself all set up. Engage through the hands, lifted through the shoulders. Come back up to dolphin. Walk the feet in. If you feel okay here, now you're going to do the other side. So lift the left leg, point up onto the right toes if you can. Gaze is back. We breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We come all the way back down. Good. So that is an incredible prep pose for dolphin. And if you're not quite sure about totally getting your feet off the floor, just spend some time in both of those poses, dolphin pose with the legs lifted, and work there for the time being. Now, if you'd like, when you're first starting, you can use the wall, and it can really help you here. So I love taking my block with me. It's just a really great support when you're first starting. About 1 foot from the wall, and getting my arms down in that really good position on the ground. I'm going to come up into dolphin. And then from here, you lift one leg. So you're gonna come on up and you can use the wall, right? So you can bend one leg and straighten the other. And you can start to get that lift through your shoulders, tuck the tailbones, get that good stack. Maybe look through your shoulders, switching sides. Try coming up with both legs, one leg. Eventually you can press up into the forearm stand, nice and slow with good control. It takes a lot of time and a lot of work to get there, but really it's about getting comfortable in that upside down position, spending some time in dolphin, spending some time at the wall, and then slowly moving yourself away from the wall. The worst thing that's gonna happen here is you're gonna fall over into a little bit of a back bend. And if that's the case, just roll off to your side and you should be okay. If you start to fall, you can cartwheel the legs out, but that's what makes the wall really nice when you're first starting. So after any inversion, I definitely recommend coming to a child's pose or an embryo pose and breathing for 5 to 10 nice deep breaths. It's a really great way to reset the system and just give you some relief after being upside down. So I hope that's helpful. It gives you some tips and tricks on how to start your Pincha Mayurasana practice. And maybe if you're a teacher, some things that you can plug into your flows to help with the strengthening, the stability, and the flexibility for those poses. So I really hope you enjoyed. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you click the bell so you get notified. Like this video. Let me know in the comments what you want to see more of, what poses you'd like me to break down, what flows you'd like to see. And I'll catch you next time. Namaste.